I want to start by sharing a quiet truth that many men rarely say out loud. Good men don't really chase anymore. Now, I know that might sound confusing or even a little disappointing at first. You might be thinking, isn't a man supposed to chase a woman if he truly cares? There was a time I believed that too. In my 20s, I thought proving my love meant pursuing relentlessly. But somewhere along the way, things changed for me and for a lot of other men. And the reason isn't what you might expect. The truth is, a man can care deeply about you and still choose not to chase. It's not because he's lazy or doesn't care, and it's certainly not because you're not worth the effort. In fact, it's often the opposite. He sees your worth so clearly that he doesn't want to reduce it to a cat and mouse game. Emotionally mature men, the kind of good men we're talking about, have learned that real love doesn't require a frantic chase. Real love is more like a dance. Two people moving toward each other, not one person running after the other. Let me explain a bit deeper. If he senses you're not interested or only lukewarm, he won't push. It's not about arrogance, it's about self-respect. He's been through some experiences. Maybe he chased someone who took his love for granted, or tried to win over someone who just wasn't ready. That leaves a mark. He's had nights staring at his phone, wondering why he was putting in all the effort while nothing came back. It's a lonely feeling, and it taught him to be more careful with his heart. Another reason they don't chase is respect for boundaries. Many women have made it clear that being pursued too aggressively is uncomfortable and exhausting. A good man listens. The last thing he wants is to make a woman he cares about feel pressured or unsafe. So he holds back, not because he doesn't want to talk to you or see you, but because he wants you to feel comfortable. He'd rather give you space and let you choose him willingly than overwhelm you with attention you didn't ask for. It's a quiet form of respect. Your yes means much more when you're free to say no. Now, I want to share a personal story to bring this to life. A few years ago, I met a woman I thought could be the one. She was brilliant and kind, with a laugh that lit me up. I fell hard and fast. My younger self would have gone into overdrive trying to impress her. Constant texts, little surprise gifts, grand gestures. And to be honest, I started down that road. But something made me pause. I realized my feelings were racing ahead of the relationship. Yes, she liked me, but I was doing all the running. She rarely initiated contact or made plans. When we were together, it felt wonderful. But when we were apart, I saw that I was carrying the relationship on my own. One night, I sent her a vulnerable message about how much I loved getting to know her. She didn't reply until the next afternoon, with a response that was polite but distant. That hit me hard. I felt that old sinking ache, the feeling of chasing someone who isn't really there. So I pulled back, not in anger and not to play games, but to protect my heart and to see what she truly wanted. I let her be the one to reach out next. She never truly did, at least not with the kind of interest I'd hoped for. I had to accept that as much as I liked her, she wasn't willing to meet me halfway. It hurt, but it wasn't a bitter lesson. It was reality. And it reinforced something for me. I don't want to be with someone who needs convincing to be with me. If you're finding this helpful, please consider subscribing. You'll get more content like this from a man's perspective, and it lets me know these conversations matter to you. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Now, back to what we were talking about. So, what do good men want instead of chasing? Simply put, we want to build something real, together. Instead of the thrill of the hunt, we value the calm of a partnership. We want to invest our time and affection in someone who invests in us a mutual effort. The days of grand romantic gestures to impress someone who's only half interested are behind us. What feels right now is a connection where both people are excited, both people reach out, and both people choose each other equally. A good man will still show you he's interested, but in a steady, genuine way. He might call to ask about your day, remember the little details you share, and put effort into making you smile. But here's the key. He's looking to see if you respond in kind. If he calls, do you call back sometimes? If he plans a date, do you gladly say yes and maybe suggest the next outing? Those are the signals he looks for. They tell him you're also in this, that you value what he's giving. That means everything to him. Good men want a partner, not a prize. We're not trying to win a woman just to have a trophy. Believe me, something as simple as you reaching out first once in a while means the world to a man who's used to doing all the initiating. It shows you care too. It's not about big gestures. It's about genuine back and forth. We want to be seen and accepted for who we really are. The chase game often makes men feel they have to put on a performance, act overly confident, throw around big gestures to impress someone. But that's exhausting, and it's not real. Honestly, I'd rather show you my true self, even the awkward parts, and see if we fit. And I hope you feel you can do the same. Good men want a love that feels like home, not a roller coaster. There's something else we value that's a bit quieter but important. Peace. By our late 30s or 40s, many of us have had enough of the drama. We're not interested in chaotic relationships anymore. We're done with that. Peace doesn't mean boring. It means calm and steady. It means we can trust each other, talk openly, and know where we stand. So if a man isn't chasing wildly, it might be because he's trying to cultivate that peace, taking things slow and building trust instead of rushing into something that burns out. A good man wants to feel wanted too. He may not chase, but that doesn't mean he's indifferent. Often he's quietly hoping for a sign, even a small one, that you're interested as well. That little bit of reassurance is like a green light for him to give more of himself to you. But if that sign never comes, he'll quietly step back with his dignity intact. It might hurt. Walking away from someone you care about is never easy, but he'll do it because chasing someone who isn't truly interested will only lead to heartbreak. Good men don't chase anymore because they're looking for something better. A relationship where both people reach for each other and no one is running away. If you're with a man like this, you might notice he approaches you differently. He's steady, maybe a bit slower to move, but when he's with you, he's truly present. He asks how you are, he listens, and he keeps his promises. These might sound like small things, but they're the things that last. In return, he hopes you'll meet him with the same honesty and effort. The best relationships aren't about one person chasing another. They're about walking together. And that's all good men really want, to walk with you, side by side. It might not be as flashy as a wild chase, but it runs deeper. It feels calmer. And in the end, it's far more fulfilling. If you've made it this far, thank you. I hope this felt like a genuine, honest conversation. If you found this perspective helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you for future episodes, where we'll keep exploring the quiet truths that men feel but rarely say. Subscribing helps keep these conversations going. Take care, and I hope to talk with you again soon.